Все, можно начинать. Все, хорошей презентации вам. Поехали.
You are also seeing that they are just spinning around, right?
Okay, I would now press the start button, okay, if it's okay for everybody, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Mine already says your event is now being recorded.
Yeah, so we're actually there.
Verlassen, wie steht das? Is it?
Simone, I think we are online, so we can.
Are we online? Can hello,
because
everybody.
I see here messages from Tom.
Oh, okay. So I think you can hear and see us now. So welcome to our presentation about the Ohm. Yes, and my name is Simone Dittrich. I work in the international marketing here at the Ohm, and this is our first online fair we are joining, and we are really very happy to present you our university, and I'm absolutely totally happy about the 3 students we have on board who all study here at the university. We have Alina, Daria, and Ilya. And they are all originally from the Ukraine, and they are going to share some of their experiences with you. They have prepared some little presentations, and since we are not that many participants, you can ask questions directly after their presentations. And after my presentation about the Ohm, you can also ask some more questions, which you can just type here into the chat, and we can answer and discuss later on. Okay, so thank you, and I will hand over to Ilya. He will start with his first presentation.
Thank you very much. I will share my screen. And so I hope you can see it. Так, я хотів зробити презентацію українською мовою. Добрий день, мене звати Ілля. Я навчаюся на першому семестрі у фаховшулі Ом. Я живу 20 років в Німеччині, та мені 40 років. У мене невелика презентація. Перша частина про місто Нюрнберг, друга про навчання в фаховшулі Ом. На слайдах буде відображені фото та інтересні факти, за допомогою котрих я хочу ознайомити вас зі власним досвідом життя та навчання у Нюрнберзі. Презентація у форматі фотоальбому, листатиму її та розповідатиму за підготовленим текстом, іноді роблячи невеликі ремарки. Про життя у Нюрнберзі. Нюрнберг – це старовинне, затишне німецьке місто для повторної архітектури. Тут поєднуються сучасні технології, історична спадщина та природна краса. Ранок у Нюрнберзі можна розпочати пробіжку вздовж озера Вьодезі або річки Пегніц, що протікає через усе місто і веде до тихого лісу. У день також варто прогулятися в Тіргартен Нюрнберг. Це великий зоопарк, один із найгарніших у Німеччині. Його особливість у тому, що тварини живуть у природному середовищі серед скель, зелені та ставків, а відвідувачі можуть спостерігати за ними без парканів та кліток. Увечері можна сходити до кінотеатру з найбільшим 3D-екраном у Німеччині або просто прогулятися старим містом, де на кожному кроці кав'ярні, ресторани та затишні бари з атмосферою справжньої баварської гостинності. Любителям живої музики сподобається клуб «Хєш», де часто виступають різні альтернативні гурти. Тим, хто віддає перевагу електронній музиці, неодмінно сподобається атмосфера у клубах «Ракети» чи «Міте Саундбар». А для прихильників андеграундної сцени в місті проводять опен-ейри у лісах або вечірки в старих промислових будівлях. Тут постійно щось відбувається. Проводяться чемпіонати світового рівня Red Bull по екстремальному спорту, різноманітні художні вистави, хіп-хоп-концерти молодих виконавців. А ще мені подобається місцевий менталітет. Нюрнберзці привітні, щирі і мають чудове почуття гумору. Тож у цьому місті можна багато чого робити. Дуже цікаво тут жити і дуже гарно. Про навчання у фаховшулі Ом. Тож я у першому семестрі. Я професійно займаюся програмуванням під iPhone і маю понад 10 років досвіду у цій сфері. Електроніка – це моє хобі, тож це друге коло моєї кар'єри. Тож я щиро захоплююсь і хочу навчитися електроніці. Я вивчаю файнwerktechnik, це як мехатроніка, але файна. Тож я дивлюсь на навчання фаховшульом очима людини, яка вже працює в інженерній галузі та прагне поєднати нові знання з власним досвідом. Перше, що потрібно для моїх цілей, це професійні викладачі та сучасна технічна база. Уже в перші тижні навчання ми отримали запрошення на ознайомлення з лабораторією, де є 3D-принтери, програмуємо швейний верстат, паяльне обладнання, а ще навіть рояль для тих, хто любить музику. Я люблю музику, тож для мене рояль – це дуже добре. Ця лабораторія була спеціально створена для того, щоб студенти мали можливість займатися своїми проєктами. Також студентам пропонуються зустрічі зі стартапами. Тут можна познайомитися з підприємцями, обговорити ідеї, знайти однодумців і партнерів для майбутніх проєктів. У фаховшулі створено безліч можливостей для креативних людей, які мріють започаткувати власну справу. Мені цікаво, я хочу спробувати зробити своє підприємство, тому для мене це дуже важливо. І це можливість також побачити таких же людей, як я, які зацікавлені такими ж речами. Фаховшуля активно заохочує студентів до спільної роботи. Існують WhatsApp-групи, в яких можна обговорювати завдання, питати поради або просто спілкуватися. Особливу увагу тут приділяють творчості. Тут є багато команд, що створюють різноманітні проєкти. Наприклад, команда студентів Штромзен ЄФАУ з 2011 року будує електричні гоночні боліди. Тож цей болід зроблений студентами нашого університету. Також у нас є команда Автоном. Це хлопці та дівчата, які займаються робототехнікою. Вони були на чемпіонаті світу в Сальвадорі в цьому році і взяли 3 та 4 місце. Мені дуже подобається цей робот-собака, бо ми бачимо, що він зроблений на колінці. Хлопців та дівчат не було можливості зробити. Вони мали проблеми з логістикою, тож вони не змогли взяти 60-кілограмового робота, який був спроєктований десь тут. І вони зробили цих роботів там в Сальвадорі. Так, на ці ноти тут дуже багато людей, які зацікавлені інженерією, тож я інженер, і мені цікава інженерія, і тут готують професіоналів. Так, дякую за увагу. Very good.
Okay, thank you, Ilya. I understood a little bit. I do not speak Ukraine, but I understood a little bit, I think. Okay, so thank you very much for your presentation. So Alina, do you want to go next?
Yes, I can. So, всім привіт! Мене звати Аліна. Я не підготувала, на жаль, ніякої презентації, але я з задоволенням розкажу трошки про те, як я почала навчатися в університеті, загалом мої якісь experience на рахунок цього. Якщо у вас якісь питання, можете задаватись в чат, писати, питати. Я або одразу зможу щось відповісти, або ми в кінці будемо відповідати загалом на всі ваші запитання. Якщо вас щось цікавить на рахунок Нюрнбергу, життя тут, або на рахунок університету. Я з України, сама зі Львова, я вже більше 10 років живу в Німеччині, в Нюрнбергу саме. І хочу сказати, як вже Ілля розказав, що дійсно дуже гарне, дуже чудове місто, де можна класно провести час. Наш університет також один з таких, на мою думку, цікавіших, тому що у вас є різноманітні просто напрямки, в яких ви можете себе знайти, тобто від дуже багато техніки до якихось більш економічних і в цьому роді факультетів. Тобто і на нашому сайті ви зможете на сайті ОМ побачити загалом все, де ви можете навчатися, що вас, можливо, цікавить. І загалом вся інформація, яка вас може цікавити на рахунок всіх факультетів, на рахунок всіх можливих просто напрямків, які вас можуть цікавити. Я, наприклад, навчаюся, мій напрямок називається технік журналізмус, тобто це як журналістика, але вона більше зв'язаною з технікою. Тобто в нас, наприклад, всі завдання, які зв'язані з інтерв'ю або загалом з журналістикою, якісь проєкти, воно зв'язано загалом з технікою. Тобто якісь технічні питання, технічні завдання. І, наприклад, ми йдемо в кінці листопада, буде месе, де будуть також тисячі просто якихось різних фірм технічних, і у них ми будемо брати інтерв'ю. І, тобто, загалом багато зв'язано з технікою. Тобто я йшла на журналістику і надіялася, в мене буде трошки менше фізики, трошки менше математики. На жаль, ні, її багато, але це, в принципі, все спокійно можна вирішити, розв'язати. Але що мене саме цікавило, то я там і знайшла. Більше оце розмовне щось, щоб якісь інтерв'ю, як я вже сказала, тобто дуже-дуже цікаво. Мені наразі подобається, я навчаюся на першому курсі також, і наразі в мене тільки позитивні відгуки, нічого поганого не можу сказати. Тому можете подивитися, знову ж таки, на сайті різні напрямки, можливо, ви себе десь знайдете, але що можу сказати, знову ж таки, я ще недовго навчаюся в тому університеті, але всі професора, доценти, з якими я спілкувалася, які в мене були, вони дуже-дуже приємні професійні люди, вони завжди допоможуть, вони, скажімо так, якщо у вас якісь питання, вони одразу це з вами вирішать, вони з вами сядуть, вони з вами розберуться, тобто ви не будете стояти, так скажемо, в стороні. І також на рахунок навіть тої самої німецької мови, в мене дуже багато знайомих, які також буквально недавно приїхали з України, в яких, можна сказати, ще дуже погана німецька, але, знову ж таки, нема ніяких в них проблем, тому що дуже багато допомоги, дуже багато, знову ж таки, англійська мова також вирішує, ну і, знову ж таки, на сьогоднішній день дуже багато українців, також в нашому університеті, навіть на моєму курсі я маю 2-3 українців, і всі ми один одному допомагаємо, тому ви, скажімо так, не залишитеся в стороні, не залишитеся самі. У вас завжди буде допомога зі сторони студентів, зі сторони доцентів, професорів, тому в цьому плані ви навіть не маєте переживати. Я зараз дивлюся, просто додають якісь питання. Так, ага, це до Іллі питає. Добре, так, то я думаю, що, напевно, вже в кінці, ми будемо на це. Або, Ілля, ти зараз хочеш відповісти, чи вже в кінці будуть?
Я можу відповісти у чаті.
Добре, чудово. Тому це загалом просто така для вас інформація. Якщо, знову ж таки, у вас конкретні запитання, питайте в чат. Ми в кінці будемо на все відповідати, неважливо, чи за університет, чи за Нюрнберг, за Німеччину, за все, що завгодно. Все, що вас цікавить, просто запитуйте, і в кінці будемо на все відповідати, на все, що вас цікавить. Дуже вам дякую за увагу. So yeah, I'm ready. We didn't hear you.
Sorry. Thank you. I saw that we had some questions or comments in the chat. Were these questions? Could you answer to them or?
I'm on it.
Okay, so no open questions right now. So thank you,
Yes.
Alina, for your presentation. So
Thank
I will hand over to Daria.
Can you hear me? Let's try that.
Yes.
Okay, good. You can hear and see me. Okay. Всім привіт, мене звати Даша. Це мій вже 3-й рік в Нюрнберзі. Я приїхала, як всі, через війну. Спочатку я була в іншому місті, Лютерштат Віттенберг, але потім я зрозуміла, що треба чуть-чуть щось вже робити, і я почала шукати університети, куди можна було подати документи безкоштовно, тобто не через UniAssist, де треба за кожен відправлений документ платити. Я знайшла TH Nürnberg, але спочатку я подалася на бакалавра по International Business. Це англійською мовою, тому що німецькою в мене як не було, так і немає. Я подалась на бакалавра, трохи повчилася, десь 3 семестри, але зрозуміла, що мені швидше закінчити бакалавр в Україні, тому що мені не всі мої пари з України в Німеччину перерахували, тому я вирішила просто закінчити український бакалавр і подивитися, що буде далі. Далі я знайшла магістратуру в тому ж самому TH Nürnberg, International Marketing, також англійською мовою, тому що ще досі німецького нема. І я вирішила, що треба туди подаватися. Але для того, щоб піти на магістратуру, треба було здати тест на С1 англійська мова і вступний екзамен на магістратуру також. Їх 2 варіанти. Один можна було через університет безкоштовно зробити, інший вже платний і онлайн. Так, як я вже була в Нюрнберзі, я вирішила просто зробити той, що в університеті. З першого разу я його не пройшла, тому я залишилася ще на 1 семестр на бакалавра, але вже з другого разу я пройшла той екзамен, він виявився нескладним, просто треба було вчитись. І С1 англійську також можна було здати в університеті, якщо ти вже проживаєш в Нюрнберзі, але тест легкий, тобто це не всі ті сертифіковані англійські тести, він не був зовсім складним. Тому я це все склала, поступила на перший семестр магістратури. Наразі я на 4-му, це має бути мій останній, я зараз пишу тезіс. Що важливо знати, так це, що вам потрібно буде internship з маркетингу для того, щоб випуститися з цієї програми. Але якщо у вас його немає, ви можете просто взяти собі 1 семестр для того, щоб її вже пройти в Німеччині. Це був дуже добре рішення для мене, тому що після internship, який я робила тут, я досі працюю в тій компанії, і вона мені дуже подобається, це повністю маркетинг, все дуже-дуже кльово. Але також хочу сказати, що сама магістратура не є тяжкою, вона цікава, багато групових якихось робіт, які ви всі разом робите. Взагалі програма йде, її можна закінчити за 3 семестри, можна 4, максимум 5. Багато людей вирішують залишатися на 5-й семестр, просто щоб трохи довше побути студентом в Нюрнберзі, тому що в тебе є дуже багато приємних знижок, коли ти студент. В принципі, це все, що я можу сказати. Сам університет дуже гарний, дуже багато допомоги я отримала, особливо від міс Аннеки Недельман. Це людина, яка відповідає за магістерську програму. Вона дуже багато мені допомагала на моїх перших етапах. Але я дуже довольна, рада, що я тут навчаюсь. Воно легко, воно чудово, тому що я отримую диплом і знання. I'm done.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation, Daria. So, dear participants, now you had the chance to listen to 3 of our students, and I'm very happy they presented here. So if you want to, and you have direct questions to the presentations, please feel free to put them or type it into the chat, and they can answer it right away. If you don't have any...
Here 2 questions in the chat about how much is it cost to junior assistant. I don't know, what is it?
Yeah, we will talk about the fees a little later. I have a general presentation, and we will talk about the student service fee and the tuition fee and how much living is in general. Here in Nuremberg, it's quite in comparison to other cities, it's quite cheap, I would say. Yes, so we will cover it in the presentation. Are there any other questions in the chat right now, which I cannot
another
read?
question is about after ABI.
After ABI?
So if you have Abitur and you have certificate AS level, I don't know what is it, can the person participate by our university?
I think I will also cover this in the presentation, because when you do secondary education in the Ukraine, you only go to school for 11 years, and you cannot directly apply at our university. So there are two different options, which I will cover later. So either you do a Studienkolleg here in Coburg, which prepares you for the entry into our university, or the other option is that you study 1 or 2 semesters in the Ukraine to get the level you need to apply here. Okay, so I think before I switch to my presentation now, I put a little survey on the screen because we are really interested. When you think about studying in Germany, what matters most to you in choosing a university? I listed several options, so I would be happy if you all take a minute and join the little survey so that we know what is important to you. Cost of living as a factor, I see. Academic success. Career perspectives in Germany after graduation. Ability of language courses. Quality of teaching. Okay, perfect. So I see like career perspectives in Germany are very important to you. So a good thing is that we have lots of good connections to companies within the region, because you do an internship here and then you get your first contact already. Okay, perfect. So because now I know what's interesting to you and we can stress on it in the presentation. So let me open the presentation now. Yes, we are the OHM. So we are a so-called Technische Hochschule Nürnberg Georg Simon Ohm, but we name ourselves only short the OHM. It's a University of Applied Sciences. So there's a little difference to a university, which I will explain a little later. And here you have the first nice little picture. And I would say it's a really nice place for teaching, researching, and lifelong learning. So I want to give you some numbers which might be interesting to you. So we are quite a big university. We have about 13,000 students, and this semester and the last semesters we had approximately 60 students from the Ukraine. Not too many, but still we have a little Ukrainian community here at our university. So we have 359 professors, 13 faculties, and at the moment we offer 35 bachelor degree programs and 28 master degree programs. We also offer cooperative education, which we call here in Germany dual study options in 21 undergraduate and 11 graduate programs. And we have lots of partnerships internationally, so partnerships with 160 higher education institutions around the world. We are not a very new university, So in 2023, we celebrated our 200-year anniversary. And yeah, as you can see, we have a long history. But as you can see here on the pictures, what you can expect, you cannot expect very old buildings. So it's really very modern. What you see here, we have a nice campus, we have modern buildings, a library. And what is also nice, it's located very centrally in the middle of Nuremberg, but it's really in walking distance close to nice parks. A very popular park is here, the Wörder Wiese. It's really in walking distance, and we have the Wörder See, which is also very close in walking distance. When you need a little break, you can just go there and relax. Here again, you see the little lake on the screen. This is a map of our campus. So as you can see, the main campus is located here, but we have more buildings around the city, which are also not too far away. But the Mensa and everything is located close to the lake and close to the park. Yeah, the OM has the aim to be a really truly international institution in the future. This is also the reason why a central unit was built up here at the OM, the so-called OM International School, which includes like the department I work at, the International Academic Service. We have a language center and the international office. And we really take care of all the international student affairs which are coming up, the research projects. We do a lot of counseling and provide services covering international academic programs. So we really step in, and when we see some problems coming up, we help you with different kind of topics which ever might come up. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we have more than 160 partnerships with higher education institutions around the world. And we also have some international undergraduate and graduate degree programs, which are taught in English, and many more coming up in the future. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, we are a university of applied sciences. In comparison to that, there are also universities exist in Germany. The difference is that at a university of applied sciences, the education is more practice-oriented, application-oriented, and you only study, or you study 6 semesters, plus you do a practical internship within a company. So you really have to do it. Yeah, this is why it's 1 semester more. In comparison to a university, it is more research oriented, and you study 6 semesters. So it's in general, you can say it's a theoretical and analytical education and a scientific method. In case you want to study, for example, law, medicine, teaching, linguistics, or cultural studies, these subjects you can only study at a university of applied sciences. It's mainly STEM, like science, technology, engineering, mathematics, business, and social sciences. Exactly. The good thing, because I personally made the experience myself at a university of applied sciences and a university, it's really beneficial to gain this hands-on experience, because once you start at a company, you really know how to start working. So when you only did like research-oriented education, it's difficult when you start at a company. It takes usually much longer until you can work beneficial for the company, if you can say it like this. But when you worked at a company already for half a year, you know what it's like, what you need to do, and you also can make up your mind what you really want to do in the future. Is this really the job you are looking for, or what do you want? And it's also a good thing that you maybe realize what you do not want to do in the future. Okay, what does it mean, application-oriented education at the home? So it's very common in all fields we offer, in engineering, technology, computer science, mathematics, natural science, economics and business, health and social science, design and architecture. So you experience it really in every field. That means we have tutorials. Here it looks like in a classroom, but I would say it's more like it's group work, what we offer, lab practicals, and we also have lots of project work in small groups. And since we have lots of connections to the industry and the big companies here in the metropolitan region, we can offer many excursions to these companies and get to know this. Also, we have a department only dealing with teaching methods. So in case it's necessary or suitable, we also teach in the park and have in general modern teaching and learning formats, which you can experience. Okay, as I mentioned at the beginning, we offer cooperative education, which we call here dual study options, which means you combine academic studies with vocational training. If this is interesting you, you can ask maybe some questions later. We can go into deep, but in general, this is what it's about. You do vocational training in combination with academic studies. And on the other hand, we offer degree program with intensive in-company training. It does not include vocational training and lasts a little less, but you also have lots of practical training. I think Ilya covered already a little bit of what it's like studying in Nuremberg, although I didn't understand too much. Yeah, I would say it's really a great place to live and to study, as you can see here in the pictures. It's a medieval city and modern at the same time. It is the second largest city in Bavaria, with a population of approximately 500,000 citizens. And unfortunately, I do not have more latest number, but at the end of 2022, we had about 8,000 Ukrainians living here in Nuremberg, so quite a big community. In comparison to other cities, I know here in Germany, I would say the costs for living are very reasonable, and it's a very safe place. So you can walk around also in the evening. At least I do it, and I usually always feel kind of safe, yes. The city offers attractive cultural and leisure activities. And also, in case you like traveling, it's really easy to get around within the city. It doesn't take very long to get from one place to the other. And when you want to travel within Europe, we have the main station, good connections. We have an airport, so it's really easy to get around from here. the housing here in Nuremberg. So in case you decide to come here as a student, usually there are 3 options where and how to live. So first we have student hall of residence, where you can rent usually a little furnished room at affordable costs, and you live together with many other students. These spots are very limited, and you usually have to apply very early with the Studierendenwerk to save your spot. Especially when you're new, it's nice because you have many students around you, but still you have your separate room. Then, of course, you can rent a private room or apartment on the private market. Usually these are not furnished, but you can have your individual lifestyle. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive, but there are always options to find something suitable, also sometimes furnished. But yeah, if you're new in a city, I really can recommend looking for something where you can connect with other students, because this is, I think, personally the key to study successfully, being well connected and so on. Then what is very popular, I don't know what it's like in the Ukraine, student shared flats. That means that you rent an apartment with other students and you share it. So everybody has his or her own room, but you share the kitchen and the bathroom. So it's a very unique experience, and every so-called WG Wohngemeinschaft is different and unique. But for people who like living in contact with others, it's really great. So when I studied in a different city, I also had a WG, and it was always great because you never felt alone. You could connect with other students, and I think it has a big impact on your study success when you're well connected, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, here on the photos, pictures, you see like a student hall, a room in the student hall. This is how it could look like. On this slide, you see some costs. I tried to list the costs. I mean, it's difficult because, of course, it changes a little, but to get an idea on how much money you will need when you live and study here in Nuremberg. So what is mandatory is the student service fee, which is around 70 to 90 euros each semester. Currently it's 72. Then you will have to pay tuition fee in case you have to pay tuition fee. We will cover this later, which is 1,000 euro per semester. Rent, depending on what you decide, you can spend approximately 300 to 500 euros. And of course, you need health insurance, which we calculated with 120 euros. Travel costs, when you want to have a ticket to travel around here in Nuremberg and the region. For food, we calculated around 300 euros per month, and learning materials, 50 euros. So in total, this would be 900 to 1,200 euros per month, of course, depending on your personal lifestyle. Yeah, the student life at the home is very lively, I would say. Ilya covered, I think, Strom and Söhne already. So there's a Formula student team at the OHM, and there's the Giga OHM band, which you can see on this picture. So in case you play an instrument, you can join. We have a choir where you can join, lots of sports activities, and the OHM International School, the international office. So we we offer lots of international social events to get the community and also the students from Germany together. Like we offer game nights and other intercultural events. So if you're willing to connect, you definitely have the chance to do it. Okay, now we come to the programs, what we offer at the OHM, the admission requirements, and applying. So in general, in Germany, we have 3 different types of admission procedure. So first, we have open admission without numerus clausus. That means you only have to fulfill the general admission requirements, which we ask for the degree program. And in case you apply on time, your study place is secure. Then there are some programs where we have restricted admission with numerus clausus. That means there is a Germany-wide allocation of study places. You cannot apply directly at the university. And in this case, the grade of university entrance qualification is very important. That means the better your grades are, the better are your chances to get the spot you're looking for. And there is the third type is the restricted admission with preliminary exams. That means when you want to study like design or architecture, you have to prove your creativity, artistic talent, or other special ability. Sometimes you have to hand in practical tasks or do aptitude interviews. Okay. On this slide, you see the degree programs we offer by admission type. Here we listed only the bachelor programs. The ones which are listed in bold letters, which say PSI, this means pre-study internship. That means in these cases, you have to do an internship before which you also have to prove you have done it. And here we have some like international business and technology and mechanical engineering or international business. These programs are taught in English or partially taught in English. So as you can see here, like the international business, for example, it's restricted with numerus clausus. So you have to apply, you cannot apply directly at the university here, but for the others, which are listed here on the green field, you can apply directly. And for architecture and design, as I mentioned, it's restricted with preliminary exams. Okay. Okay. Now, when you want to choose a degree program, the best thing is to go to our website, which is www.th-nürnberg.eu. I put you the link directly in the green field where you see don't miss out, explore our study programs. Now you can really find in detail what is necessary, what you need to hand in, the deadlines. You can see the courses, the modules, what we offer, what it includes. So you can find all the detailed information when you click on the specific academic program you're looking for. You also have a chance to find some videos on the internet, on YouTube, when you look for our channel. And also we would be happy if you follow us on Instagram, because we always also post some interesting information or recaps what happened at our university, so you get a good impression. And if you found out on the website there might be an interesting degree program for you, I can recommend to join the Studieninfotage here at the OHM, which take place in April. So many degree programs you can explore in live sessions. So the professors or degree program managers will do live presentations, only concentrating on the different programs. So please keep this in mind. In March and in April, have a look on our website and you can just easily join the online sessions. Okay, now we come to the admission requirements for international applicants. So in general, the academic credentials from abroad need to be recognized. And in our case, at the OHM University, the OHM recognizes itself. And when we ask you for language certificates for programs which are taught in English, we ask for German at a B2 level. Here you see a list what we accept. So I want to mention that we do not accept certificates from private language schools, but also if you had German or English at school, you can also hand this in. This would be suitable. So for programs which are taught in English, we also ask for a minimum level of German at A2 or A1, and for English, a B2 level. So I think I mentioned it at the beginning of our presentation, especially when you come from Ukraine. There are different admission pathways. So since you only go to school for 11 years, you cannot apply directly. The first way is to do the admission via Studienkolleg. It is here in Coburg in Germany, which prepares, it lasts about 1 year, and it prepares you for university entry. And you have to do an assessment test at the end. The other option is to get direct admission that requires a proof of successful study periods in Ukraine. Either 1 year full-time study or 2 years distance learning in the same or related field at a state-recognized Ukrainian university. In this case, you get direct admission without Studienkolleg. Okay, here I listed again all the application documents you will need to hand in, like first the university entrance qualification. When it comes from Ukraine, we need a certified translation, a CV, including secondary school and tertiary education, and German language instruction in case you had. Language certificates I mentioned earlier, like passport or official IDs in case you have more than one nationality. We will need all passports, and other documents just as requested or written on the website in the degree program. What you need to hand in, like a portfolio when it comes to design, for example, when you want to study design, or if you request a university transfer, or if you want to transfer credits, this needs to be handed in separately. So just some information on the deadlines when you plan to apply at the OM. Usually the bachelor programs begin in the winter semester, and the application period starts in May. So there are some exceptions, but please make sure to look out. Beginning of May, usually you can start applying at the OM. Exactly. When you're interested in design, architecture, or midwifery, I really recommend you to look on the website and see and check out the specific dates and requirements there. Because in one case for midwifery, you have to look for a cooperating clinic and so on, which also probably take some time. So make sure you take all the time you need. And for the summer semester, you can only start when you already started at another university and you transfer. But in general, the bachelor programs only start in the winter semester. Okay, here you have a little overview again. So in May, you can do online applications. Mid of August, and everything is fine, you get enrolled. And when you come here to Nuremberg in September, you can do bridging courses, and we have lots of events for new international students to get to know the city, to get to know each other, like welcome days and so on. So it's really good to arrive early, to be ready at the 1st of October when the semester begins. Okay, here we come to the fees. Somebody asked for it. So we have the student service fee, which is mandatory for all students. Currently, it's 72 euros per semester, and this payment must be completed before enrollment. Then we have the tuition fee, which applies to students from non-European Economic Area countries, and Ukraine is a non-European Economic Area country. So that means tuition fee applies. If you do not have a German university entrance qualification. And if you do not have a German bachelor's degree already. Some of you might have because they studied before. In this case, you won't have to pay, but if you do not have one, the tuition fee applies. Starting in winter term 2026-27, so in 1 year ahead, the tuition fee per semester will be 1,000 euros. Of course, waivers, reduction, and exception can be requested individually. Okay, now, in case you have any further questions, you do not want to put in the chat, but in case you want to contact us a little later, I think the best thing is to really send us an email to international@th-nürnberg.de and make an appointment so we can talk to you in person and clarify all your questions. Now, also in case you have questions how to navigate on our website, because it's really huge and sometimes it's not that easy to find what you are looking for, just contact us and we will find all the information you are looking for. Okay, so thank you for listening. That was our presentation. I just renewed the link in the on the top. So if you want to stay in touch with us, we ask you to follow us on Instagram. You can just click on the link to stay connected. And yeah, now I will have a look in the chat to see if we have any questions which I can answer.
Maybe we can put the questions on the screen.
Yeah.
I can see that most of them are blue, so we can put them.
So we can go through one by one, I think. The ones in Ukraine are already covered, answered, right? And I cannot read anyways.
If you want, we can start with just the first question, and I can put it on the screen. And
Yeah.
then we go.
Can you take?
Answer.
Could you do it? That would be great.
Can we? Do we need the presentation or?
No, you can just.
Okay.
Is Jörg still here?
No idea.
I don't think so.
Ah, here.
Yes,
Jörg is here. Nice. Okay.
So we have some questions coming up. So we try to put them on the screen now.
So I clicked display.
Yeah. Did it work? No, not yet. Here.
Oh, great.
I don't see it.
We see it on the screen, but we cannot read it, unfortunately.
Here, okay. So the question is there a possibility to go to the university after 11th grade if I have AS level, half of A level? Do you know what
Nope.
that is?
I don't.
AS level.
No, but I think this is like the certificate you get after graduating from high school in Ukraine after 11 years. This is what I said. You either need 1 or 2 semesters of successful studies in Ukraine or do the Studienkolleg, because here in Germany we our school lasts a little longer. So we go to school 13 years.
A level long.
So basically, for people from Ukraine to go to the university here, they need to do what you said in the presentation before, right?
Exactly. I have the Studienkolleg, which lasts 1 year. And this prepares you for university entrance. It includes also language courses and different subjects, and it prepares you to be able to apply at a university. Oh, the other option is to start studying in Ukraine for 1 or 2 semesters, and then you can transfer to a German university or to the home.
Can you see the question?
Yeah, what additional entrance exams are required for architecture? Is it possible to find examples of previous exams on the website to understand what to prepare for additionally? So this I would also need to look up on our website, to be honest.
One moment, I have sent in the chat the link to this Bildungsprüfung for architecture, so you can take a look. It's in German, but you can also translate it in ChatGPT or something like this and take a look.
What did you send? Can you?
So the link to the architecture site.
Did you put it?
Yes, it's in the chat.
Here.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. Thank you, Ilya.
Okay,
It's only
let's
in German,
do the
right?
next, hopefully question, and it works.
Yes, we can translate it on ChatGPT or something like this, so it's shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is offered in German, so this is why it's not in English on our website. But the person participating can just copy the link and
we
translate it.
see the question.
Oh,
Oh my God. Okay, a question. If I think that it's going to be easy to find a job after university without German. So I hope. I cannot say more, but I had 3 jobs without German so far here in Nuremberg. So I just hope for the best, but I will not say that my German will stop at A2. It's just that I have decided to focus rather on university first and then German. So I hope for the best, but I still am planning on learning that. But you never know. Magic happens. So.
I personally really recommend to keep on studying German when you plan to stay here, because it will always be easier. Of course, many people within the company speak English, but some things are still in German, and for some companies it's just really mandatory to speak a little bit of German.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, this one is in English.
Choose the track from semester 3 mechanical.
I guess this relates to IBT. Anybody of you studying IBT, International Business and Technology? No? Okay.
Nope.
As far as I know, yes, you can change the track later, but of course, when you then already studied several subjects, they will not be counted to the other one, because they have different subjects in the different tracks. A student of us, actually, she did that. She changed from, I guess, electrical to mechanical. But for her, that meant one additional semester.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah, that depends a little bit. Luckily, we had a lot of applications from Turkey and Turkey. They now want to have it. The graduation is not enough. You also have to do the what's it called? The high school, the university exam. As far as I know, there's in Turkey, there's an examination for being admitted to the universities, and this you also need. And when you pass that with a certain amount of points, then this will also qualify you here to be directly admitted. But this always depends then on the specific case, and also for which subject you did this university admission exam. It's very specific then. So we would have to check your documents.
Next question. Going in. Is there a dorm in university that is referring probably to the Studentenwerk? If so, how much? And if there's any chance to get that place in the dorm? If no, then how much is the rent usually? And when do I need to start looking? And does university help with looking?
Well, I do not know the prices that are currently charged in the dormitories. We have dormitories, but unfortunately not sufficient place in the dormitories. So the earlier you apply, the better. Which also means then in your application process at the university, whenever there's something additional asked from us, then you should also deliver it as soon as possible, because the faster we have complete documents from you, the earlier we can enroll you. And this is unfortunately what you need for the application for a room in the dormitory. That's your enrollment certificate. And I do not know, but it would be towards the lower end of the interval that Simone has told you, 300 to 500 euros. So the dormitories are cheaper. They are 300 euros, I would estimate. I do not know the exact price currently, sorry. Otherwise, it is possible, of course, to get on the free market room. It's like everywhere in Germany, getting more and more complicated, especially in the university cities. Luckily, we are a relatively large city, therefore there's also more space available. But also there, the earlier you start to look for a place, the better are the chances to find a relatively cheap place, so maybe 400 euros in a shared apartment or something like that.
But you also ask if we support you. Yes, we have the department, the International Academic Service, and in case you are in an emergency, we will of course support you to find a place to stay.
Yeah, the dormitories also can take care of emergency, and we are also supporting, right, thanks for interfering, Simone, we are also supporting in guiding you to places, websites where you can look for that. And there is still even a very old-fashioned paper-based list offered by the Studierendenwerk. There you can also check and look for that. But you can ask our colleagues here from the International Academic Services, and then they will provide you the information. What we are not doing is we are not going out and looking for apartments for the students.
Next question, let me enter.
Well, depending on the definition, international students, we are normally looking at those that have neither the German nationality nor made their high school degree in Germany or at a German school abroad, but this is anyway a small number. So that would be our internationals, and there we have 12%. But Nuremberg itself is a very international city. So we have also many people that don't have a German nationality, but they did their high school degree here in Nuremberg or the region. Integration services, that is offered by us. So in the beginning, when you come just before the first semester starts, we are going to gather you. We're going to give you a lot of information in person. We're going to welcome you here. Before you can access our online information that has been compiled especially for students from abroad, the international students. And mentoring schemes we have in the different, at least the international programs, currently only buddies that take care of new students. So somebody from a higher semester is going to take care of somebody who's just starting the studies. We are going to extend that also to the German programs when we have more international students in there. That's all that we are doing. And maybe interesting, currently also the city of Nuremberg and also the Chamber of Commerce, so the representation of all the industry in Nuremberg and the surrounding region. They will invite all our first semester students in 2 weeks for a first get-together, and they want to make this regular thing that they are going to meet our international students and bring them into contact with the local industry.
Thank you. Next question. Okay.
We have neither grants nor scholarships that we give as a university, but you can find on our page, maybe Simone, you can look for that. There is something where we have collected all the possible scholarships that are available in Germany. And many of them are not only available for people of German nationality. But this is not a scholarship of the university. This is a general scholarship you can apply for. German HZV, I guess it should be HZB. That is the degree that you get after high school from a German school, be it in Germany, or we have a few abroad that also give this. And this is then the degree with which you can automatically study here. Depends a little bit on what kind of school you have done that. We have a degree that allows general studies, so from medicine to mechanical engineering. You can study everything, but we have also different schools that already focus during school time, either on technology or on business. And if you graduate there, German school, then you can only start a degree program at university in this field where you got your high school degree from. I hope that answers the questions. And when Simone has found the link, she's going to put it into the chat, right?
Yeah,
Good.
just found the Deutschland-Stipendium so far.
Let me put the next question up.
Yes, we have German language courses. We have a language center, and they are always offering courses. So alongside with the semester, also when you're studying in an international program, starting with English, then you can look for a German language course. But for example, our mechanical engineering program, they have 6 hours German language course as part of the curriculum in the first 4 semesters. And they want to bring you from A1 to B2 after the 4th semester, so that it will be much easier to get into your company training in the 5th semester with German B2. But this is available, and we even offer relatively short before the application enrollment period, or even during that time, there are exams offered. So whenever you learn German somewhere, even at a private institution, but as you heard, we don't accept the certificates from these private institutions, but we are offering here the DSH exams, and the results will then be ready in time to complete your enrollment. That's also what we offer.
Thank you. Next question. Okay.
Oh, wow. Registration steps, I'm currently over asked what you have to do. Relatively often you're automatically registered, but this depends on the specific degree program you're in, because each degree program has its own study and examination regulations, and they can differ. Timing between attempts, this is normally offered each semester. So when you fail in one semester, you can do it in the next semester. And the attempt limits depends a little bit on where you are in your studies, and again on the degree program. Normally, the attempts are limited to 2 in the first part of your studies. I guess it's the first 2 semesters. And afterwards, it will be limited to 3. But you can always ask for exceptions. Then you have to file a request, an official request at the examination board, and they will decide about that.
Thank you. Next question. This one I will translate. A question to students. Do you receive, oh my God, what is it called? Grant money, scholarship? If yes, is it possible to live with that scholarship? If no, do you work? I received scholarship for 3 months when I just moved to Nuremberg, but that scholarship is no longer here. It was actually from Bavaria. And after those 3 months, I did start working, and I have been working ever since.
Okay, I could not add anything to it.
So how many hours do you spend on working and studying?
Working for a German company, 20 hours per week. I am allowed to work only. During semester break, I can go up to 40 hours if me and the company agrees on that. And of course, I get a higher paycheck, but that is only when I'm on a break, an official break, and not studying. So currently it is 20 hours weekly. And that paycheck is enough for now. Yes. Maybe someone else wants to add anything about...
Yes, I will answer in Ukraine because I think I can explain better. So, я особисто стипендію не отримую, я працюю, і я хочу вам трошки пояснити систему, як ви можете тут вчитися і працювати. Тобто у вас є, по суті, можна сказати, таких 3 можливих варіанти. Перший, в нас це називається міні-джоб, тобто ви навчаєтеся і працюєте в якомусь місці, тобто воно взагалі може бути не пов'язаним з вашим, з тим, на що ви навчаєтеся. Тобто, наприклад, я працюю в магазині одному, і це міні-джоб, ви працюєте 20 годин в місяць, і отримуєте, це, так скажемо, є фест, що ви отримуєте на сьогоднішній день 530 євро в місяць. Знову ж таки, дивлячись, скільки ви працюєте. Якщо ви працюєте менше годин, ви отримуєте трошки менше, тобто воно все прораховується потім. Якщо ви працюєте на міні-джоб, вам не треба платити налоги, тобто ви отримуєте свої 530, і це у вас є на місяць ваша стандартна зарплата. Другий варіант, ви можете працювати як веркстудент, тобто ви працюєте 20 годин, тобто, хоча є по-різному, це тальцайт в нас називається, ви можете працювати як від 10, так і до 20 або навіть 30 годин в тиждень. Отримуєте, знову ж таки, звісно ж, більше грошей за це, але і, знову ж таки, більше працюєте. Тобто це вже ви маєте дивитися, як з вашим університетом, чи ви зможете це, скажімо так, разом зробити. Робота і навчання, тому що, знову ж таки, це може бути 20-30 годин в тиждень, але, знову ж таки, ви не мусите це робити, але за це, знову ж таки, є більше грошей. А є, я думаю, навіть про це говорилося, це називається дуаль. Я не пам'ятаю, як це на українській, в Україні таке саме, я думаю, також є. Це коли ви і працюєте, і вчитеся. Працюєте ви, в нас це називається фольцайт, тобто ви працюєте 40 годин в тиждень, дуже багато, так скажемо, але і при цьому ви навчаєтеся. Ви отримуєте, знову ж таки, більше грошей, але й більше часу витрачаєте на роботу. В чому різниця між дуаль? Ви працюєте по професії, тобто ви навчаєтеся, наприклад, знову ж таки, там, наприклад, на журналістику, і ви працюєте, оцей дуаль робите, наприклад, в якомусь радіо, не знаю. Тобто ви вже працюєте по напрямку свого навчання, то, що ви вчите, і запрацьовуєте, знову ж таки, і більше грошей за це. Тобто є ось такі варіанти, які ви можете робити, то вже ви дивитеся по собі, наскільки ви встигаєте по часу, як вам краще це все разом зміщати, так скажемо. Так, тому такі варіанти, але, в принципі, навіть якщо ви працюєте, як в моєму випадку, на тому міні-джоб, де ви працюєте всього лише 20 годин в місяць, ви, в принципі, спокійно можете закривати свої, скажімо так, потреби, дивлячись, знову ж таки, де ви живете, чи це ВГ, як для студентів, або квартира, то, знову ж таки, теж окреме питання, але такі можливості у вас є на рахунок роботи. Так. So, I'm ready.
Дякую. Then let me show the next question.
Credit transfer. you apply normally to the degree program where you want to start here. And in parallel, then you have to submit to a relevant person in the faculty who's responsible for this degree program or department, or they are otherwise called. You have to hand in the certificates that you have accumulated, and they will then check it. That's done again by the examination board, and then they will inform you how much they will recognize of your previous studies. Did anybody of you do that?
I did when I went to bachelor's first, international business. I got most of my credits recognized, yes, and it was all still during like the process, because I said I already have like 3 years in Ukraine. But of course, some studies which a class was Ukrainian ethics was not recognized because it doesn't exist here. And some of the English also wasn't recognized just because English in Ukrainian was easier than in here, for example, some English writing stuff. But a lot of it was that like made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But it's something that you individually do, and then you discuss it with the examination board. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next question, also in English.
Well, that depends a little bit. I mean, if you're changing from mechanical engineering to social work, you will most likely not be able to transfer anything. But what do we have? Of course, in the technical or in the technology-oriented degree programs, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, there it is easier to transfer the credits that you have accumulated already. But it's actually it's the same like we had in the previous question. So you have then to address the examination board of the new program you want to switch, and then you go over there. Internal major. Now maybe I answered that wrong. So if you stay in the same degree program and you want just not focus on one or three possible directions and change these directions, then of course everything that you did before, which is valid for the entire majors, you can keep. And if it is something which is a special thing for only one internal major and not offered or not countable for the other one, then it works. But you always have several 10, 15 credits of relatively free choosable subjects, and then you could always move it in there. There it will be definitely recognized with the full ECTS.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next one. Can you see it?
Yes, no. I can see it, but I cannot read it.
Okay.
That's a question to you.
Okay, I see it. Let me then translate. This is a question about master's entrance exam, which I said that I did because the person is also interested in doing master's in marketing abroad. So to answer that, when doing an exam from the university, which I did, the university already tells you which book you need to prepare with, which chapters are relevant for the exam. The question is whether the two exams that I took are different, because I took two because I failed the first one. I want to say yes, but it's not because I think the questions were different. It's because I actually studied for it and I came prepared and I knew like how to answer them. So it's basically, if you prepare, then yes, it is easy to pass it, because turns out it is not hard at all. But I did spend like months under that book, which I still have, by the way. If you are interested, I'll give it to you for free. I don't need it. I will have it. Okay. But it's easy. I mean, it's good. Happy that I did it. Next.
Well, Simone, did you find already something on that page?
Yes, I think I found the link you had in mind. I put it in the chat. I named it funding opportunities.
Yeah.
When you click on there, you find all the different options.
Okay. Next one, also in English.
That's a good question. You have the 11 years, and then you have 1 year at the Polish university. Can I apply first year? Let me check. I have it here. Well, yes. I would say yes. So as long as your 1 year at the Polish university was successful, so that means you gained all the available credits.
Next. Okay.
Okay, let's ask some students. I never experienced studying here.
For my program, international marketing, I would say it's pretty easy just because there aren't a lot of classes and the information is really easy to understand. We, of course, come to class, we get a presentation from the professor. Of course, we also have that in our own access. We have group works, which are also, well, they're easy if you're okay with working with people, but then you also have in most of the classes a written exam that you study for. So I wouldn't say that it's easy, but you do have to spend some time doing that. So I would say there is self-study, yes, especially with group works. Do many students work while studying? I would say a lot, probably, of students work while studying, but that also depends on a family situation. I don't have a family here, so I work all the time to pay for stuff, but it depends on a family. If there is a family here that supports you, then most of the time they don't work. Maybe anyone else wants to say stuff?
No, I cannot from a student point of view. Students?
No, yes.
Okay.
What?
Nothing to add, obviously.
Okay. Okay.
So completely answered.
Let me do the next one.
Yes, you need a portfolio and admission requirements. I would need to check what do they have on their homepage. Language is English, just a little bit of German, and you have to hand in your portfolio that all be reviewed. And yeah, that's the main thing that you have to do there. Just let me have a look. Design for digital futures. Bachelor or master program? That would be a good question then there. For the design, okay, they look at the portfolio. That's the master. Let me have a look for the bachelor program from them. I know the master better, therefore I need to check that. Okay, okay, well, there is I can copy and paste it. There is a guide on how do they call it? Yeah, creation of a digital portfolio. Guide on creation of digital portfolio. portfolio for design, and this is for the bachelor. Yeah, works. Okay, again in German only, but there you can have a look at that. And the other admission requirements are, again, it's a German one, so you need to have German knowledge, certified of level B2. That's what you need in there. And there would be, there's even an exam where you have to be present here. And the last one was in July 2025 for the following winter term. And so in July for the winter term, there will be one. And design will also take in students for the summer term. So relatively soon, this page should be changed. The page on the degree program. And then you will get the information how it works for this summer semester for the next one.
Okay, thank you. I think we also had a question to Ilya, which was already answered in the chat, but I will show it for. So it's there. I think he has already answered that. It was a question if he wants to open his own business, does he receive only a technical education or business education? But Ilya, correct me if I'm wrong that you have typed it out already? Or?
Yes. So I answered the question. Right now I'm doing just technical stuff, but in Fachhochschule you have possibility also to have to take business courses. It doesn't matter which direction do you study right now. Yeah, and you have also many meetings with startups and another people who want to make companies or has ideas, so you can join.
Can I add? We have a group. Sure. We have a group that's called Own Potentials, and you can even do your regular degree program that you want to study. You can do a certificate on entrepreneurship. This is relatively free, and you can choose. It's mostly, well, it's entirely business oriented, but this is specifically for people who want to start their own company. We have here 2 professors that are taking care of that. They are very well connected with venture scientists and so on. So there you find connections, you can do that, and you can even get this official certificate in addition to your normal degree.
Thank you. And our last question, I think it was during when I said how I found is the question, how much does it cost to apply through UniAssist? Which I don't think you need for
80 euros? Well, yeah, it's less than 100 euros.
It's 79 euros for your first application.
Thank you.
Starting with your second, third, it's 30 euros per application. So, yeah, costs money. That was our last question. Let me check if there are any more. Nope, I think the last 2 things we have in the chat are the helpful links.
Okay, just one thing to UniAssist. When you apply here at the OM, you do not need to go through UniAssist because we are doing our assessment of your degrees ourselves. So you just have to upload it in the regular application process, and then a colleague of us, she's working in our department, she will check that all and will let you know whether it's okay or not, or ask for some additional documents. When you apply at the OM, don't have to spend money for UniAssist, because even if you do that, we are going to check again and, and make the decision. Yeah, this is additional information.
Так. Я так розумію, що питань більш нема. Все відповіли. Дуже змістовна була презентація. Дякую всім. Дякую студентам, викладачам, всім. Так. Все. До побачення. Завершуємо. Bye-bye.
До побачення.
So thank you to all the ones who are just still here. Thank you for joining us.